I'm so excited to be able to share with you a company that is emerging into the U.S. market. It is an epigenetically forward company that is bringing a new science into the market that really could be very much a disruption to the medical field and our health as we know it. I'm so excited to be able to talk to you today about Activz and the products that they share. So I want you to take your memory back to when you were a child. Do you remember being young, being active, having unlimited energy, being able to do the things that you wanted to do without thinking about how it hurt or how it felt or things that slowed you down? I remember being that child and being a little bit turned off by being around the adults and the older people in my life who all they wanted to talk about was their health or their lack of health, their aches and pains. And I always just felt like that was a little bit of a put off. But I think as a society, we realize and we've accepted that as we get older, those things naturally occur. So now that I'm into that age and stage of my life, and I'm into that phase where things are starting to go awry in people all around me, I'm so grateful to have found these products and be able to stop that process. So I want to share with you today this science of epigenetics. So what is that word? What is epigenetics? The definitions really are very, very in depth. You can look them up on Google if you'd like. Basically, though, it's how you can adjust your gene expression inside your body, turning things up or down, activating or deactivating the genes without changing the DNA sequence. So you're not changing anything in your body. You're just simply telling it to perform more like it did when you were a child. When it's done correctly through products like we have here at Activz, you can literally turn back the clock inside your body, helping your body feel and act more like it did when you were a child, before you were so affected by things that have gone awry. So if you're young and you're still feeling very healthy, you're hearing about this at the perfect time. And you want to be able to keep that health intact, in balance as long as possible and live a long and healthy life. If you've already gone a little bit too far into your life and things are out of balance, maybe you've been diagnosed with this or that, maybe you have a serious illness, or maybe you have something that doctors don't even know how to treat. Well, we're not here to treat, prevent, or cure anything. We're literally showing you an epigenetic science that can help your body to either maintain balance or regain balance, that's going to be able to help your genes to function the way they did as a child. So there are 3 products that I want to start out by talking to you about today. We call them the trifecta because they are so powerful for your health that when taken together, they really, really do create an all-around effect for your outlook on your health. So the first one I want to talk to you about is a product called Link, L-I-N-Q. It's a product that is based on butyric acid. It's a short-chain fatty acid that we all should have coming through our diet, but we just don't. In today's day and age, we're not getting enough of it. Our bodies are not producing enough of it, and it's showing in a lot of different aspects of health. So butyric acid feeds the brain, feeds the gut, feeds the epithelial and endothelial cells that line all of our major organs. So what does that mean for you and I? Well, maybe this is something that you're suffering with or someone that you know or care about is suffering with, but almost every one of us as we get to be older end up with some form of brain fog, and a good number of people will end up losing their memories altogether. So Link actually helps create more neurons in our brain. That's powerful. It also helps restart BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. And I had to ask a neurologist what exactly that was. He explained it as being like Miracle-Gro for our brain. So if you've ever used Miracle-Gro in your garden, you know what a benefit that is. Who doesn't want to pour that into our brain and give our brains that boost to be able to clear the fog, help it to function properly? So if you have children in your life that are on the spectrum, if you know what that means, if you're living it, you know what that means. These products are going to be able to help with focus. They're going to be able to help with attention, with helping the children to be able to facilitate in society a little bit better. Is it going to completely change their life to where they're 100% normal? Probably not, but it's going to help move them up. It's going to help them function better. For people that are dealing with depression or the doldrums, being able to have Link coming into the brain actually helps balance the hormones of dopamine and serotonin and flood those back into the body, We've seen huge, huge results with people that all of a sudden are getting that happy flood back into their life and able to live their life on a fuller level. For people that have a digestive issue, which is about 7 out of 10 of us or more, I'm hearing even more on later studies that are coming out more recently, 7 out of 10 of us have some form of holes in our gut. For some people, it's a very light manifestation. They might have an allergy issue because things are seeping through their gut lining into their bloodstream that really shouldn't be there. Or they're dealing with something, maybe as extreme as having to wear an adult diaper. And that's not something that a lot of people talk about. But if you've got some sort of a gut issue that's affecting what you eat, how you eat, or how comfortable you are when you eat, this is a really big deal. And helping people be able to create a healthy microbiome through Link, which also contains the probiotics and the prebiotics and things that are so critical for gut health, it's absolutely impactful on every aspect of their overall being, because that's where our immune system lies. That's where the core of our health starts. So being able to feed that gut lining and get a healthy microbiome in there is really powerful. Well, if butyric acid is so powerful, why isn't it on every shelf? You're probably asking yourself. Well, butyric acid has a very distinct smell and taste. So why are we able to offer it? Well, we have science that is very leading edge, and we have a process of wrapping molecularly things that have trouble getting into the body. Butyric acid is one of those things. So we're able to get pure butyric acid wrapped molecularly in a way that masks the smell and taste and allows it to get into the body through the stomach lining and into the digestive tract, where it can really be best metabolized to feed the gut, the brain, and all of the cells inside of our body. Those endothelial and epithelial cells are absolutely so happy to see that short chain fatty acid come in. That's what they eat. That's the food they need to thrive. The next product I want to talk to you about is Optimend. Optimend is a breakdown of the turmeric plant. So if you're familiar with turmeric, it is the strongest anti-inflammatory on the market that's natural that we know of. But it's a really large molecule, as is curcumin, which is the breakdown that is now coming from that you're seeing hit the market more and more. Turmeric and curcumin are the most known forms, but they are so big that the majority of it is just going into the landfill. It's not even giving people what they need to get that full benefit of the anti-inflammatory. So here comes our patent pending process again. We're able to wrap those, the smallest portion of the plant molecularly. It's actually 4 molecules that break up or make up, what they call tetrahydrocurcumin. And tetrahydrocurcumin is small enough to be metabolized, and yet it's so small that without our wrapping system, it would get eaten alive in the stomach. This is able to get it into the digestive tract, where it gets metabolized quickly, and people can get that natural relief of discomfort. So if you've got inflammation in your body, this is going to lower that inflammation. If you've got discomfort from that inflammation, it's going to help address that in sometimes as little as 30 to 45 minutes. That means it's competitive with those over-the-counter medications that you might be quick to grab if you're feeling a little discomfort during the day, be it a twisted muscle in your body, or an ankle if you step off the curb wrong, or maybe you've just worked too hard in the garden. Maybe you pulled something or you've twisted something. Maybe you have an old football injury that's now causing some problems, raising its head and making you aware that this or that joint in your body is very sore. Or maybe you have something where your joints are just getting inflammatory response, maybe due to an autoimmune disorder or something of that nature. Any kind of that inflammation is going to be affected by this Optimend product. It lowers inflammation, it lowers discomfort at the cellular level, naturally with no side effects. That means it's competitive against the multi-billion-dollar industry of medications that are designed to help that. And yet all of those medications have serious, serious side effects that do massive damage to your digestive tract, that can eventually even lead to things that are really, really serious. So with this product, the only side effect you're going to get is that lowering of discomfort, that benefit of lowering the inflammation. The other side effect that it does is it also affects the chronic inflammation that's going on inside of our bodies that we can't even feel. We don't even know it's there, and yet we all have it. It comes from the environment that we live in. It comes from the stress that we go through in a normal day. And it comes from any viruses that we've ever had, among other things. Those are all things that we deal with that we can't avoid. And it leaves behind this inflammation that builds up inside of our body. We often don't even know it's there until all of a sudden it manifests through a cancer or a heart attack or a stroke, something that's really serious. And if we had taken care of that inflammation earlier, we might have been able to turn that path just a little bit and go a different direction. So that's the second of our trifecta: lowering inflammation, lowering discomfort naturally and safely. The third product that I want to talk to you about is called genomics. And genomics is a NRF2 activator. If you've never heard of NRF2, this science could potentially blow your mind. So stick with me here. I'm not going to go deep into it today. This is something you're going to want to research even further. They can send you additional videos to give you more information if you would like on genomics. But activating this NRF2, it's a protein that we have inside every single cell in our body. This is the magic that makes it different for children who can run around doing whatever they want and have unlimited energy versus adults or older people who progressively are getting more and more disease-ridden as they get older. There's a reason for that. When we hit between the ages of 20 and 40, our genes start to either overproduce, leading to autoimmune diseases and other maladies inside the body, or they underproduce, or they shut off entirely. So being epigenetically able to go in, turn back on that NRF2 protein, which then tells the genes, it's like the master conductor of our body. It's the one that tells our genes what to do. So having that protein active in the body means the difference between everything getting unbalanced and going awry. And as we get older and older, the free radical damage inside every cell gets worse and worse. We all have it. You may not know it, but free radicals are the byproduct of burning energy. So if you woke up this morning, if you talked, if you walked, if you ate, you have free radical damage inside of your cells. Literally gazillions of them. Actually 300 sextillion, if you want to get exact, is the number that I've been given. That's a 3 with 23 zeros behind it. That's a lot of free radicals inside of our cells. And those little free radicals are bouncing around doing cellular damage, which leads eventually to cellular death. And if we have enough of those cells die, you guessed it, we're pushing up daisies. So we want to be able to take care of that. Kids have an enzyme that is actively running in their bodies that takes out 1 million or more free radicals every single second. That's why they don't have the level of autoimmune diseases and breakdowns and situations where they're having to run see a doctor. So for most people, you don't need this product until you're 20 or above. There are always exceptions. There's always going to be a few kids that have things break down earlier, and this is a safe, natural product that kids can take if they need it. But most people don't need it until they're 20 or beyond. So this is a product that's literally going to be able to come in and tune down the things that are overproducing and turn up the things that have gone to sleep. And when you can turn back on those enzymes that we talked about, catalase and superoxide dismutase, those are the ones that kids have that have gone to sleep when we're adults. If you can turn those back on, they kill free radicals at 1 million per second, every second. So having that in place means you're lowering oxidative stress, which is what's caused by those free radicals. And oxidative stress and inflammation are the two major causes of disease in the body. So hopefully you can see how taking genomics to lower oxidative stress, it's going to lower oxidative stress about 40 to 70% in your first month. And then you want to maintain that. Don't just get there and then stop taking it. You want to keep taking these products and feeding your body just as much as you want to keep feeding your stomach food and water. This is a maintenance thing that you're going to be doing throughout your life. But when you can give your body genomics to lower oxidative stress, and you can give your body Optimin to lower inflammation, those are the two biggest causes of disease in the body. And then when you can give your body butyric acid to feed the brain, feed the gut, feed your major organs, and get everything functioning properly, it's a 1, 2, 3 punch for around-the-clock health to be able to turn back the clock and be able to help us feel and act more like we did as children. That's just a sneak peek at what Activz has. And they are constantly looking for new technologies and new innovations to bring us the best that health can offer. They are all about helping us feel the best, be the best, and have the best lives that we can have. The other product lines that they currently have, they have Arrow for energy. It's an energy drink that gives sustained energy throughout the day without a big crash at the end, actually helps balance blood sugars, helps speed up your metabolism. It's a metabolizer and helps to lower your cravings, help with curbing your appetite, helping you feel satiated and full, helping turn your your white fat into brown fat. That's what kids have that naturally burns their fat while they sleep. So if you feel like as you've gotten older, you kind of got the short end of the stick because all of a sudden you can eat healthier than you've ever eaten in your life and still gain weight, it's because you've got white fat, not brown fat inside your body. So being able to turn that white fat into the good brown fat starts to mean that your body can help you. It can start to burn things while you're sleeping. Not everybody loses inches. Not everybody loses weight. Some people lose one or the other. Some people get the benefits of the energy. Some people get the benefits of the better eating and the curbing of those nasty cravings that we have. Everybody benefits just a little bit differently, but everybody's going to be made better by this product. And the last thing that I want to talk about is Emora. This is their amazing skincare system. It has 5 active ingredients in it. So it's going to help everything from the coloration of your skin, to the pore size, to the collagen levels, to fine lines and wrinkles, to the way that your skin looks and feels. They really want you to love your skin. Thus, E for epidermis and Mora for amor. Our company started in Mexico and is just coming to the United States. They want you to love your skin. So those are the products that I wanted to talk to you about today. If you have questions, please get back to the person that told you about this and have them send you more information or show you how you can try products today. They have a 90-day money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And we are all about wanting to make your life better. If you want information on how this can correlate into an income for you, if you're also interested in not just your health, but also your wealth, be sure to look for part 2 of this video where you can get more information.